survive.
I've been asleep.
Oh, a couple of hours. I feel great. I love you.
You've never said that before.
Seemed a dumb thing to say.
I love you too.
Come to think of it, it is a dumb thing to say.
Go away.
It's okay, Dad.
No, I'll wait till he comes home. Oh, you stupid kids.
There's nothing stupid about it.
Go to the bedroom and get dressed. Now.
Come on.
We're not little kids, Dad. We didn't do anything wrong.
No wonder you were so keen to leave your mother alone for that.
You think it's dirty, don't you?
I think it's bloody stupid.
Why it's any more stupid for me than for you? You're running my age.
When Lynn's ready, we'll go home.
That's it, isn't it? You thought it was dirty when you did it, so it's dirty for us.
Get outside of the car.
You can't make me.
I said get in the car! Why should I calm down? He's a rotten little liar. Just wanted to knock his block off.
At least try not to yell.
Oh, well, how do you think I felt taking you back to her parents? Oh, what do you say? If I was Victor Hardy, I would have skinned him alive.
You sound just like your father. Well, you know what I mean.
Well, it looks as though he might have been right. If Kevin was lying this time, he might have been lying when Dad caught him out.
What I meant was, your attitude to Kevin sounds just like your dad's attitude to you.
You know what really made me mad? I treated him like an adult. I told him about Patricia and me. He chucks it straight back at me the first chance he gets. I was sorry about that.
I suppose you're going to have your say now. I love her, Mum.
I know you do, love.
I'm sorry.
We're a silly pair, aren't we?
I feel like a bit of a mongrel.
You all right?
Yeah. It ended up I didn't go to the pub, I just walked around. I had it all worked out, too. I'm sorry.
Me too.
No more fights?
No more fights.
I love you. Here we go. Now, don't expect me to make a habit of this.
Ah, looks great.
It's a good thing we're married. Otherwise, we'd have your dad busting in.
You can't blame him. They're only 17.
Well, you're only 18. Like I said, good thing we're married.
Yeah, well, we'll probably cop it for giving Kevin the keys.
Well, good on him. That's what I reckon.
You would.
Suppose I better call in on the Hardys. Sort out what's going to happen. And I'll see you after school.
He's not going to stop me seeing her.
Will someone set off a bomb in Australia? It's a...
At the moment, financially grim. It's partly the fault of the drought, partly the drop in the share market, and partly the stud, which, as I said, isn't producing the returns it should. The one bright spot is the transport division. It's making enough to keep us out of the hands of the receivers, at least for the moment.
In other words, a crisis.
Well, it's not exactly panic stations, but we are in a crisis, yeah.
What about Angela's wedding? I hope we don't have to stint on that.
Well, I don't mind.
Don't be silly, love. Like I said, we're not exactly on the bones of our backsides yet.
Good.
If we need to raise capital, maybe we should sell off one of the unprofitable companies.
Oh, I don't know. Alan Pascoe's just started at the start. It's far too soon to make a decision there.
What about Mumbai?
I hope we can get by without selling anything. The purpose of this meeting was to A, tell you the position we're in, and B, suggest we cut back on any unnecessary spending, okay?
Yeah.
Anybody want to say anything?
What's to say?
Well, in that case, meeting adjourned.
What are you going to cut back on?
Vitriol.
I think you're holding off on Mumbai for the wrong reasons.
What do you call the wrong reasons?
Sentiment. Nostalgia.
We had some happy times there. Maybe I am.
From the figures you quoted, it's the biggest drain.
Hmm. But things will have to get pretty desperate before I sell it.
We'll just have to keep our fingers crossed, won't we?
Satisfied?
What about?
That your cheating the stud finally had its effect.
Oh, come on. You can't blame me for everything. The real problem's Dad. He's lost his touch.
Oh, so it's got nothing to do with you?
Oh, of course not. Anyway, I'm not worried. If we go down the tubes, I've always got the trust fund to fall back on.
Well, it's a great attitude.
There's nothing wrong with looking after number one. I suggest you do the same thing. Keep hold of Simon and you'll be right. At least now you've got a reason for marrying him. Apart from love, that is.
How's it going? Hey, did your father tell you the good news? I've been put on full-time staff. What's wrong with you today?
Nothing.
It's the end of Be Nice to Scott Edwards week, is it?
I'm busy.
Look, you got what you wanted. You don't have to try now.
What did I want?
I did your dirty work for you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Angela and Simon. They weren't even engaged when you spoke to me at the party, were they?
You've got a good imagination.
The only reason she agreed to marry him was to get at me.
Yeah, sure.
When they announced the engagement, the only reaction she looked for was mine.
You've got a problem, mate. You never had a chance with Angie except for a quick roll in the hay, but that's about all. You could still get that if you wanted it. She gives it to everyone else. Why don't you...
Oh. Hey, you two, cut it out! Oh. Just break it up!
All right, Scott, what's your version? What was the fight about? I told you nothing. You just walked up and laid into me.
You've had your say. I'm asking Scott.
Well, did you swing the first punch?
Yes.
Why?
I'm sorry, then you'll have to go.
I'll give you a check for a week's wages, and then that's it. Just go to wait outside.
At the special time, Thursday, 7:30, she may be treated...
Well, well, well.
Fiona.
Oh, surprise a girl next time. Come on in. Ah, good. Oh, I'm honoured, but why? The property?
I came to see Scott.
Oh.
I was surprised to find that you were the Aunt Fiona he talked about.
Small world.
I'll say that again.
Isn't Scott at the stud?
No, I fired him this morning.
Why, what did he do?
Thought it was a misunderstanding. There was a fight. I thought Scott started it, but it was Wayne, my son.
Oh. You've come to apologise.
And to offer him his job back.
Oh. Well, he's probably off somewhere licking his wounds. Do you want to wait?
Oh, I'd like to. I haven't got much time, though.
Oh, well, not to worry. I'll tell him everything's okay, and then you can catch up with him at the stud tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are you sure you haven't got time for a cup of tea?
Why not?
Or something stronger?
No, no, tea's fine.
Okay.
Does Scott know about our business connection?
No. Does he need to?
That's up to you.
Scott's a great one for being independent. When he came home and started talking about the Hamiltons, I didn't let on that I knew you. If he ever found out, he'd probably think I was behind him getting the job.
Okay. I won't say anything.
If it ever comes up, I'll tell him. How's the property going?
Oh, with the drought, the water from your place is a godsend.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'll be upping the percentage.
You should visit the place. You'd be surprised how it's changed.
No. Now, that'd rake up too many unhappy memories. It's just good to know it's there.
You're as bad as I am. A sentimentalist.
From way back. Hey, I better get this kettle on if you're in a hurry.
So, what's on your mind?
I hope it's okay, me coming over. I used to talk to John, but...
Yeah, I don't know how good I'll be, but I'll give it a go.
It's about Lynn and me. The way Dad's going on, anyone would think I'd killed someone. Okay, so we did go to bed, but only once. We had plenty of chances to do it before, and millions of times if that was all we wanted. But it isn't.
Well, what do you want?
I don't know. It's just we love each other.
Well, you are only 17, mate.
What's that got to do with it?
You're living at home. You've got to go along with your dad. Or move out, which is easier said than done when you're still at school. I mean, you couldn't even look after yourself, let alone Lynn.
Yeah, I guess so.
I reckon the best thing to do is just wait until things blow over. Well, hang in there until you get out on your own. And lay off the sex for a while.
Bill!
You see, that's what I mean. Everyone's going on like we did something dirty. Hey, don't worry about it. Any coffee for me?
No, serious, mate. Try and see it from your dad's point of view.
You got to be joking.
Well, he may be saying it the wrong way, but he does have a point.
Oh, yeah.
Got a feeling things are going to get worse before they get better.
We talked about putting a ban on the two of you from seeing each other, but we decided there was no way to enforce it.
You could try locking us in our rooms when we're not at school.
Don't be stupid.
I don't suppose you talked about trusting us.
What is going to happen?
It already has. Lynn's been sent to Tasmania to live with her grandmother.
When?
Early this afternoon. I think it's the right decision. Well, she can finish school down there, and when she gets back, when you've grown up a bit, well, it'll be up to you two.
I bet that was your idea.
No, of course not.
I bet you agreed, though.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I bet you did. It's all in your dirty minds. We didn't do anything wrong. You've all got dirty minds.
Don't, love.
You couldn't trust us, could you? You couldn't try to sort it out with us.
Well, that's over.
Next in 7 News, solving the nation's water crisis.
I got the full story of the fight from Alan. Why didn't you tell me?
Scott could have stood up for himself.
He was stupid not to. You probably didn't want to repeat the filthy things you said about your sister.
Right, he's a real little gentleman.
It's a shame you didn't take a leaf out of his book. I've given him his job back, and I expect you to apologize.
All right, that's not going to kill me. Anything else?
Yes. I don't like your attitude to Angela.
Can't blame me for telling the truth.
If you want to be foul-mouthed, you do it somewhere else. But as long as you're living in this house, you treat your sister properly. Don't try dragging her down to your level. Now, get out!
I heard some of it.
Wayne says some stupid things sometimes. Don't worry. Nobody can say a thing about my girl. Where's your mother?
Opera. And she's having supper after.
I just wanted to tell her something.
Important?
Wait till the morning.
Sydney's weather.
Morning, darling.
Miles tonight.
Morning.
Saw Reg and Annabelle Watson last night. They just got back from London. Apparently things are terrible over there at the moment.
How was the opera?
Oh, it was all right.
Guess who I saw yesterday?
Couldn't even begin to imagine.
Fiona Thompson.
Really? Where did you bump into her?
I didn't. I went to see her.
Why?
I needed to see Scott, and it turns out that she's the Aunt Fiona he told us about.
Well, that explains a lot.
What do you mean?
The reason he's been hanging around. Well, Fiona knows that Angela's illegitimate. Wouldn't surprise me if those two were up to something.
Like what?
Imagine what would happen to the wedding plans if that little snippet of information got about. There is such a thing as blackmail.
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm sure the whole thing's a coincidence.
I'm not.
If Fiona wanted to pull something like that, she would have done it long before now. I wouldn't have mentioned it if I'd known how you'd react. Well, what about today? What are your plans?
Oh, nothing much. Just a couple of visits to make, that's all. Are you alone?
Just the record player and me.
Can I come in?
Sure.
I had hoped I'd never have to see you again.
I'd always look forward to it.
Had you? I wonder.
Listen, I don't know why you're here, but I don't want you to come barging in my house like Lady Muck.
I know Gordon came to see you yesterday, but I don't know what you talked about.
Not you.
Gordon doesn't know about everything that happened here before he met me. I intend keeping it that way.
That sounds like a nice, healthy, open marriage.
He knows about Angela, of course, but nothing else. No one does. And I've got Angela all set to make a very good marriage.
Yes, I've read about it.
Not you, not Scott, nor anyone is going to wreck that.
And what makes you think we'd want to?
Oh, it's too much of a coincidence. Out of the blue, your nephew turns up and thinks he can start telling my daughter who she can and she can't marry.
Oh, not that you try and tell her, of course not.
And I won't let you embarrass me either. Or blackmail me.
I beg your pardon.
If that's what you're thinking of, I can tell you right now there's no money.
How dare you?
We're almost broke.
I don't give a damn about your money.
I've put a lot of effort into my family, and I'm not going to see somebody like you ruin it.
Don't you give me family. Don't you dare mention family to me when you dumped half of yours. You took off with Gordon without a second thought as to who was going to look after him, who was going to nurse him or mother him. Why, you couldn't give a tuppenny damn about him.
Well, I can't see that it was too much of a problem for you.
It wasn't easy.
You brought him up.
For 5 years.
My God, your nephew. Scott's my son.
Love is very strange. It can come and go.
It can happen when you are young or old.
When it comes from nowhere. When it comes, it changes your life. Sons and daughters, love and laughter, tears and sadness and happiness. We will find out our sons and daughters are what we two were once about.